Subscribe, share, comment, and give this video a thumbs up.
Flood damage in and around a historic mining town in eastern Arizona. Arizona's governor now says that search and rescue efforts are ongoing as people are still unaccounted for. This morning, at least 4 people dead after devastating flooding in Arizona.
Yeah, look at that car, it's floating, right?
New video capturing Friday's catastrophic deluge. Cars submerged in the fast-rising water.
Oh my God.
Up to 4 inches dumped in some parts as rain hammered the historic city of Globe, a town of about 7,200 people, about 90 miles east of Phoenix.
With 82-year-old Virginia Allen. She lives on the street. What's the name of the street again?
Walnut Creek Drive.
Walnut Creek Drive, and you're like quarter of a mile away from the church right now. What did you hear at 10:30 this morning?
I was talking to my girlfriend right in back of me. I was in my bathroom and heard a definite boom, boom. And it stopped. And I said to her, oh, I think it's the neighbor next door. They're remodeling their lower level. She said, no, I think it's a gunshot. And again, we heard boom, boom. I know there were 4 shots fired. I heard them. We heard them. She lives on the next street. If you wanted to interview her also, we heard it definitely. This is such a sad day. My heart is broken for these people. My God, why can't people just get along and be kind to one another? It's so much easier to do that than to fill your heart with evil. Please pray for all these people. It is truly a sad, sad day. My heart is broken for everyone that is injured, everybody that is hurt, children that are suffering, they're scared. I've seen children crying. One little boy asked for a hug. My neighbor said her heart is just broken. What kind of people are we now in this world that we can't just be kind?
Before I go on a college campus, my prayer is very simple. God, use me for your will. Amen. Because there's a plan above us all. God is sovereign above all. So what is God's plan when I go on a college campus? I just believe I will only tell truth. I will not compromise. And I'll love on the lost. I'm just flesh and bone, but more importantly, I'm a soul. And that soul is accountable to one being. I mean, I've had an unbelievably blessed life. And you're like, what actually matters? What matters is your relationship with the divine, your relationship with your family, your kids, and maybe a close collection of friends, and your relationship with the truth.
Thank you, God, for his life, his family, and his impact on the world.
If everything completely goes away, how do you want to be remembered?
If I die, I want to be remembered for courage for my faith. That would be the most important thing. Most important thing is my faith.
These are just a few of the things going on around the world right now. On September 10th, Charlie Kirk was assassinated for his beliefs while addressing an audience on the campus of Utah Valley University in Utah. On Saturday, September 27th, at least 4 are dead because of flooding in Arizona that officials are calling catastrophic. Today, September 28th, in Grand Blanc, Michigan, a gunman opened fire and set a church on fire, killing at least 2 and 8 others wounded. Recovery efforts are still underway. It's a sad time for so many.
Yeah, it's a sad time for our country. So many, devastation, so much devastation between, and this is the thing, whenever you look at weather, that's Mother Nature just being good and pulling together and helping one another is one thing. The other things, I don't know about you, but for me, we need to figure out a way to heal our country, to be better people, to have better hearts.
Absolutely. I've always taught my kids that tomorrow isn't promised for anybody, but we can make a difference today. And it doesn't have to be monetarily. It can be a hug for somebody. Like that lady said, that kid needed a hug, you know?
I know. No, that lady said it wonderful. Why do we have to be this way? Why do we have to do this? Why can't, just have big hearts? Like, I think we do. But we're going down a different path lately. We're just having too many ugly thoughts. And for everybody's own health, your own self, thinking happy, doing good things. You just told me while we were prepping for this show, you were telling me how you're getting things together to take down to victims of the flood. Whenever you do things like this, it makes you happier yourself. For me, it does.
Yes.
Good thoughts, happy thoughts, and caring about one another. Because the things that aren't weather related, or these are just hearts. We've got to heal the hearts of each other. We have to be thinking better of each other, not worrying about whatever. Everybody has difference of opinion. Everybody does. Everybody's different people. We all care about different things. I have things that are important to me. They're not important to you, and they don't need to be. But you're respectful that they are important to me, and that I can have them.
That's the biggest thing, I think. We need to respect one another. It doesn't matter that our beliefs are different, or that something means something to me that may not mean, but respect one another. We've lost that.
Yes, respect is number one. That's a really huge word for me. To me, you don't have to have anything. It's not about money. It's not about status. It's not about anything like that. It's about just as a human being. Be respectful. You don't have to like me. You don't have to care about me. But if you can just have respect for one another, for each other.
That's a big thing.
It is. I was telling you earlier about how we had belonged to some kind of a group. I don't even know if it really was a group. I don't know. But it was talking about how everybody felt on 9/12. The way that as a country we came together, everybody felt such huge devastation. And we just it was an outpouring of love for just humankind, right? Just mankind, just people, right? Everyone.
Everybody was affected by 9/11, even if you didn't know any of the victims.
Right.
We came together as a country.
Right. And we were all victims. I mean, my heart was broke, absolutely broke. And we cared.
And why did it go away? When did it go away? Because that's what we need back.
Yeah, you're right. That I don't know how it went away, and I don't know how to fix it. I do know that, like you said, since Charlie Kirk, that you're trying to think more positive. And I don't think that you ever didn't feel that way. I do know that you and I have been involved in several charitable events, whether we created them ourselves and just did it ourselves, or we just went, and helped another situation that was going on. And
Right.
we do this regularly. This is something between you and I that we do. And we share with one another when we find out about things like this. And that's just something that we have to, like you said, whenever I hear of something happening, the first thing I do is, what can I do? How can I help?
Yes. Yours is usually, what can I cook? What can I bake? But I I love that about you, but it is. It's okay. What can I make? What can I cook? And you go right into it.
That's
And
right.
I love that.
I immediately, I think, oh, I don't know what to do. Or, maybe it's 10 o'clock at night. I can't go anywhere. I'll just start cooking. That's my first thing I do. I know.
Right.
You can at least, because you don't have to have money. You don't have to have things.
Exactly.
The what's going to change this world is going to be everybody just being kind and having a better heart, because we don't have, I don't think it's about the amount of weapons that we own or the, where we're at particularly. It's literally our hearts. We have to have better hearts. We have to think differently. And, we spoke about this earlier, how I was so excited with that movie, Pay It Forward. I thought that was going to go somewhere. I really did. I was like, that's going to be so huge, right? Like, that is such a cool thing, little, big, whatever. Just do that. And I felt like a lot of people were literally affected by that.
Right. Oh, yeah.
But where does it go? It doesn't go anywhere. But we can still do it. We can still do it. We just talked about that earlier also, about if you can't pay it forward, you can pray it forward.
Absolutely. And I
Right?
love that. I love that. And you can help in so many ways that aren't monetarily. And everybody is going through something. Everybody is going through something. So praying for one another is such a good thing.
And something that you can, I don't know, where I get very motivated whenever, because I think it's so easy to see ugly. It's so easy to go towards it, even to partake and become angry. And I know online, there's a lot of things online to send you down an ugly road like that.
Oh, yeah.
You can see yourself, you can feel yourself just getting wound up, and I have to say, there are a lot of good things online even, okay? Like, there's a lot of things in your life, at home, just staying offline. But, some of my very favorite ones are the videos that you watch when people are painting someone's house, doing their
Cutting
lawn.
the grass.
Yes.
Well, I could get stuck on those videos for hours. Yeah.
And whenever you see this, and it ends up being a relationship. I saw one where this guy came to paint the house, and next thing you know, he had a friend of his, because her AC unit was out. A friend of his donated, or he got somebody to donate a new AC, got a friend to come do it, and to watch how you change this person's life, right? And these are very feel-good ones for me. I love to watch those.
Yeah.
I love them.
Me too.
And you're right, you can get stuck on it for the longest time, right? You're like, oh my God. Or what gets me? Okay, so you see a short, right? And then of course they go, click here to watch the full video. Well, I gotta watch the full video.
Yes.
I need the whole story. I need all this, right?
Yeah.
So there are good things.
Sucked in. But yes, there are. No, there definitely are very good. The Secret Santas that we watch at Christmas time. I mean, but do those not make you just want to help? My husband and I met when we were young. I had 2 kids. We didn't have a lot, but the one tradition that we started was to adopt a family every year at Christmas, even from that first year on. And as the years went on and my kids got older and money got better, we were able to help so many more. But that is one tradition that even my kids enjoy being involved in. And that's one of the things when we met and in conversation started that you do as well. I love that. I really do. It's such a that is my favorite part of Christmas. A lot of people laugh at me because I start my Christmas shopping so early and they say, how can you almost be done in August? Well, I get my family done so that at Christmas time we can focus on the families that we adopt. So it's one of my favorite things. And again, you don't have to have a lot of money to even help people. It doesn't even have to be monetarily helping.
Right. No, it doesn't. But you're absolutely right. I mean, I have done this, and like I said, I started as a kid. I remember telling my dad that I was worried about a family, and I said, I don't want presents. And he was like, absolutely. And that was just a thing we did. And yeah, you can always find somebody that, even if it's so little to you, but it's huge to them. And even if it's not little to you, even if it is something big, small, helping somebody that you see struggling somewhere, helping them carry something, I don't know. Like I said, for me, people are probably irritated with my food, but I just start cooking up a storm. I don't know what else to do, but I can feed you. I can do that.
Right. And your food is phenomenal. So I'll never get sick of it. But no, you're right though. But little things. Again, my son had a blowout from his tire the other day, and a young kid stopped to help him. I mean, you don't see that a lot anymore. And he did. And he stopped and he helped my husband. And my husband tried paying him and he wouldn't take it. I mean, that's just when they came home, it was just such a feel good moment because we're so used to seeing the ugly lately and the sadness. And that was huge for my family. And it's just the little things. And we can all make a difference by just the little things.
Right. And if we just start, if we can get enough people, or, I don't know, that's not a thing. I'm not trying to do that. I think just showing it and people receiving it can change their heart, can make them understand. Just even, I've heard little stories about people who said, they were, started doing DoorDash and they were just nervous about people in general. They didn't know, and then seeing such good people be so nice, because I would be afraid to just go to somebody's home that I don't know. I would be a little nervous.
Yeah.
So I can see that, right? But I am so nice when people are here.
Right.
Obviously there's tipping. It doesn't even have to be that. Just a kind word sometimes is huge, and you just feel better yourself whenever you are being kind.
And that's what I was talking about earlier with, it's really easy to fall into the negativity and getting angry about things. And I mean, we all do it. Okay. We're human.
Right.
But for our own well-being, sometimes it's better to just take a step back and try and focus on some positives during such a sad and negative time. And right now it's that for, I think, most people.
Well, yeah, because the temperature has got to come down one way or another. It's got to. People are too angry. Hearts are too hard, I guess. I don't know the right word. They're too dark. And it's so easy to be in a better place. It really is. I know it doesn't seem like it. And that's what people have got to know. We can all think of a time that we thought, oh my God, how am I ever going to get out of this?
Yeah.
Well, you did. You got out of it, And normally something good does end up coming from everything. That's hard to think sometimes, but it's true.
I agree. I agree. It's when you're in that place, it's hard to see the light at the end.
Yeah.
But it is there. It is.
Yes,
and I
it is.
think all of us, it is there too. We just all need to make some changes.
We do. We need to be better people. We need to, we need to think more like Charlie Kirk about how you want to be remembered. How do you want to be remembered?
Yeah, you know what? I think that is a good takeaway from this. Think about how you want to be remembered. I think that's great.
I think so.
And I think your pray it forward. I love that.
Yes, I think that needs to become a thing. That needs to be huge.
I think so too. If you can't pay it forward, pray it forward. I like that a lot.
Me too. Well, that's a good way to end this then, right?
Yes. And we'll see you on the next one.
Okay. Until next time, pray it forward.